Have you ever wondered what this quote means? The only thing necessary for the triumph of evil is for good men to do nothing. This profound statement, attributed to Edmund Burke, has echoed through centuries, often invoked in times of societal and political turmoil. Burke was an influential Irish statesman, an author and philosopher of the 18th century, who was deeply involved in the politics of England, yet his wisdom transcends time and geography. This quote, while seemingly simple, carries a weighty message. It is generally perceived as a call to action, an appeal to the inherent goodness in humanity to stand against the forces of evil. But what does it really mean? How does it apply in our lives? And more importantly, how does it shape our understanding of good and evil, of action and inaction? Let's dive deeper into the meaning and significance of this profound statement. To understand this quote, we need to dissect it into smaller, digestible parts. Let's break down the quote into 3 segments. The first part is, the only thing necessary for the triumph of evil. This segment is suggesting that there's only one condition required for evil to succeed. It's not saying that evil always triumphs, but it's laying out a condition under which it could. It's a statement about possibility and potential, not a guarantee. Now let's look at the second part of the quote, is for. These 2 simple words act as a bridge, linking the condition and the consequence. They are crucial in directing our thought process from the problem to the solution. They indicate a cause and effect relationship, which is a common feature in many proverbs and quotes. Finally, we reach the third and final part of the quote, good men to do nothing. This is the consequence that the quote warns about. The term good men is used to describe individuals who, under normal circumstances, would stand against evil. However, in this context, these good men are doing nothing. They are inactive, passive, and this passivity allows evil to triumph. This part of the quote is a call to action, a warning that apathy and inaction can have severe consequences. So when we put it all together, the quote is saying that for evil to triumph, all it takes is for those who are inherently good to do nothing. It's a powerful statement about the importance of action, of standing up for what we believe in. It's not enough to simply be a good person, we must also act on our goodness. Now that we understand the parts of the quote, let's delve into its deeper meaning. What does it mean when we say, the only thing necessary for the triumph of evil is for good men to do nothing? This powerful statement, often attributed to Edmund Burke, carries profound implications and resonates through the ages. At its core, this quote underscores the critical importance of action, particularly when confronted with evil or injustice. It suggests that passivity or inaction in the face of wrongdoing is not just a choice but a perilous one. By choosing not to act, we inadvertently allow evil to flourish. It's not about the power of evil, but the power lent to it through our silence and inaction. Let's delve a bit deeper. The quote doesn't merely imply action, it implies the role of good men. It emphasizes that the responsibility of combating evil lies not only with those directly affected, but also with those who are in a position to make a difference, the good men. It's a call to collective responsibility, a reminder that the onus of maintaining justice and fairness in society doesn't rest on the shoulders of a few, but on all of us. However, the quote also subtly draws attention to the consequences of inaction. By doing nothing, we indirectly foster an environment conducive to the growth of evil. Inaction can be as harmful as direct participation in the wrongdoing. It's like a silent endorsement, a tacit approval that allows evil to thrive unchallenged. It's also worth noting that the quote doesn't specify what form this doing nothing takes. It could be turning a blind eye, staying silent, or simply choosing not to get involved. Each of these instances represents a failure to stand up against evil, thereby enabling its victory. In essence, the quote is a call to action, a reminder of our duty to stand against evil. It's a wake-up call, urging us to step out of our comfort zones and confront the injustices around us. After all, the triumph of evil requires only our silence, our indifference, our inaction. But as the quote reminds us, we have the power to change the course of events, simply by choosing not to do nothing. How does this quote apply to our lives today? In our modern world, it's easy to feel disconnected from the wisdom of the past. We're surrounded by technology, innovation, and constant change. But when we pause to consider our quote, we discover its relevance is as potent today as it was when it was first uttered. Our society is a tapestry of diverse threads, each representing different beliefs, values, and lifestyles. This diversity is a strength, but it can also lead to misunderstanding and conflict. The quote reminds us of the importance of empathy, understanding, and mutual respect. In the face of disagreements, it encourages us to step into the shoes of others, to see the world from their perspective. This wisdom is particularly relevant today as we navigate the complexities of social media and digital communication, where it's all too easy to forget the humanity behind the screen. Moreover, our world is marked by rapid change and uncertainty. From the global pandemic to economic upheavals, from climate change to geopolitical tensions, we are constantly facing new challenges. In such times, our quote serves as a beacon, guiding us towards resilience, adaptability, and the courage to face adversity. It reminds us that we are not defined by the circumstances we face, but by how we respond to them. Let's look at the recent global efforts to combat climate change, for example. The quote's wisdom can be seen in the collective action and shared responsibility we're witnessing, as individuals, communities, and nations come together to address this existential threat. It's a powerful testament to the enduring relevance of our quote. In the realm of personal growth and self-improvement too, the quote holds profound relevance. It encourages us to embrace change, to learn from our mistakes, to continually strive to better ourselves, and to never lose sight of our capacity for growth and transformation. As you see, the quote is not just a historical statement, but a timeless reminder that resonates with us even today. Let's recap what we've discussed about this powerful quote. We took a deep dive into the words and broke it down to its bare bones. We discovered that this quote is much more than just a string of words. It carries a profound message about the role of good and evil in our world. We started by dissecting the quote. We found that it speaks to the inherent power of good and evil and the dynamic tension between them. It reminds us that evil doesn't triumph because it is stronger, but because good people fail to act. This is a powerful reminder of our responsibility to stand against injustice and wrongdoing. Next, we analyze the quote, delving into its layers of meaning. We recognize that it doesn't just tell us about the world, it asks us to question our role in it. It challenges us to reflect on our actions and inactions, to consider whether we are contributing to the triumph of good or the perpetuation of evil. Then we discussed the relevance of this quote in today's context. We saw that it rings true now more than ever. In a world where injustice and inequality continue to thrive, it is a call to action for each of us. It tells us that we cannot be passive spectators. We must take a stand and play an active part in shaping our world for the better. So as we wrap up our discussion on this quote, let's hold on to its core message. Let's remember that we have the power to make a difference, that our actions or lack thereof can tip the scales in favor of good or evil. And finally, let's take these words to heart. The triumph of evil only requires good people to do nothing. This is a challenge to each of us. So ask yourself, what are you doing to stand against the evils of our time? Remember, the triumph of evil only requires good people to do nothing. So ask yourself, what are you doing to stand against the evils of our time? As we wrap up, consider this. What does this quote mean to you personally? This isn't just some random collection of words, but a message, an idea, a spark that can ignite a flame of introspection. It's not just about understanding the quote, but internalizing it, letting it seep into your consciousness, your being. Imagine this quote as a mirror reflecting your own experiences, your own understanding of the world around you. Does it resonate with you? Does it challenge your beliefs, or does it reinforce them? Does it provoke you to think, to question, to act? The beauty of a quote, particularly this one from Embark, is its ability to transcend time, to remain relevant, to continue to inspire. It's not just about the words that are spoken, but the thoughts they provoke, the actions they inspire. And with that, we conclude our exploration of Embark's powerful quote. Until next time, keep pondering, keep questioning, and most importantly, keep acting against the evils of our world.